So today, what are we going to be talking about in episode 1 of Wife School? We are going to be talking about the 5 love languages. Hey YouTube, welcome to my channel or welcome back. Today I am so excited because I am starting a new series on the channel. This here channel is going to be Wife School. So this is something that I'm just excited to talk about with you guys. Why am I the one to talk to you guys about it? I'm not a professional or anything like that. So please take my advice with a grain of salt. What works for you in your relationship, what works for me in my relationship may be different, but at least we can get the conversation started. Why am I qualified to talk about this? I would like to say I'm qualified to talk about this because I've been married for 15 years and I've been with him over 20 years. So that's over half of my life that I've been with this one individual. And no, things are not perfect. I do not have the perfect marriage. However, we've stuck together for this long. We're happy. And I think that I could share some gems along the way that may be able to assist you if you're considering getting married. Or if you're already married and you just want some more tips, or you need to spice things up, or just want to know, hey girl, is this normal in my relationship? Because sometimes you might not have that sounding board. So that is why I'm starting Wife School, and today is episode 1 of that series. So today, what are we going to be talking about in episode 1 of Wife School? We are going to be talking about the 5 love languages. So this is something that is very near and dear to my heart. I can't remember if it was when I first got engaged or it was a wedding gift. I can't remember, but it was like at the beginning stages of our marriage. The resident assistant from my dorm, my RA from my dorm, she gave this book to me, and I was reading it on an airplane, and it just really blew my mind because I had never heard of the 5 love languages. And I got to reading through the book some more, and I just was like, wow, this is really awesome. And even, through all this time, I still think it is very important. Even so much that last year I had me and my husband to go and do another assessment, like, let's check things out, what's going on, that kind of thing. So what are the 5 love languages? The first one is words of affirmation, 2, acts of service, number 3, receiving gifts, number 4, quality time, and number 5 is physical touch. Those are the 5 love languages. So your next question is probably going to be, how do I know what my love language is or what my partner's love language is? The first thing is that you can get the book. If you're a physical book type of person, you can order that on Amazon. I'll put the link to the book down below. If you're more of a modern, let's do everything online type of individual, they do have a website that I'll put the website up here so that you guys can go visit it. And they do have on their website, they do have quizzes and assessments for individuals that you go through. You answer all of the different questions about how you like to be loved. And then it will let you know the result of this is your love language. And it usually will base it on 100%. So you may be 30% physical touch, 20% quality time, 25% gifts. They'll put the percentage breakdown for each love language and how much percentage each one is for you and how you like to receive love. You should also do this with your partner, or let your partner do this as well, so that you can find out what their love language is. They may not even be aware of what their love language is. So that's a really good thing to find out. How does your spouse or partner like to be loved, and how do you like to receive love as well? Because you may not have known. Yeah, you might like gifts from Tiffany, but you really, really appreciate going for a walk, on the beach. Or you may like walking on the beach, but you really like holding hands while you're walking on the beach. And this will really let you know what your love language is once you go through the assessment. And things will start to tick, like, you know what? I really do like physical touch. Or you know what? I love receiving gifts. That's my love language. But you also want to know how to receive love as well as how to speak the love language of your partner. So once they take the assessment, you find out, oh, okay, your love language is physical touch. Okay, every time I walk past him now, I'll rub his shoulder, or I'll try to hold hands with him when we're walking in the mall, or whatever you can do to express love for their love language. So you want to start practicing sending love the way that they receive love. An affiliate of the company or anything like that, I just really believe in their system that I think most people will agree that the 5 love languages, most people will inherently have a predominant way of feeling loved, and that will most likely change as we as we evolve as individuals. Like I said, I've been with my husband for 20 years, and I can say that I can think of at least 3 times during this relationship that we each have pretty much changed, like a huge change. And that can be pretty big blow when your partner changes, and you've got to be able to learn who they are now as they evolve. And especially for like us, we got together when we were young. We weren't even old enough to drink. I remember celebrating his 21st birthday together. So we have definitely grown and evolved as individuals. And of course, the way that we receive love or feel loved will possibly change over the years as well. Personally, my spouse, after being with him for 20 years, I believe that his love language is words of affirmation. However, when we took the test assessment again last year, it revealed that his love language was physical touch. Now, I did kind of sideswipe him on the day that we took the test. He was thinking we were getting ready to do some other type of things, and then I made like, oh, this is a relationship checkup day. So he wasn't in the best of mood for doing the test, but it came out that his love language is physical touch. So yes, his love language could have changed over the years, or maybe he just was mad and they had to do the test and it came out as that instead of what I really believe it is, words of affirmation. So I make sure that I try to really do physical touch for him as well as words of affirmation, even though that didn't come out as his thing. I know him better than that test know him. Okay. But no, what I'm saying is I do believe that an individual can have their love language change. Take for instance, for women, a lot of times if you're the modern woman that has to go to work and you have children at home, you may feel overwhelmed and you just want some help. Your love language may be quality acts of service, acts of service, take out the trash for me, help me with the kids tonight, do things around the house, vacuuming. Oh, that's so sexy. That might be your love language. And then that might also change as you change, as your career changes. You may become a stay-at-home mom, or whatever the change may be, that now, you just really enjoy quality time. I just like the time that we get to spend with each other. So yeah, it might have been acts of service before, but now it's changed to quality time. So I do believe that, you guys should do a checkup every once in a while, depending on how long you guys been together or how people change as we grow and evolve as humans. I do think your love language can change. And so you guys should, frequently check in with each other, make sure the relationship is healthy. And there is a difference. We did touch on it a little bit, but there is a difference between sharing love and receiving love. So I like to receive love as acts of service. That's my predominant love language. Help me out around the house, boo. You vacuum, you sexy. You do the dishes, ooh, you go, boy. Look at those big muscles washing those dishes. But I may think that because my love language is acts of service, I can't go do acts of service for him to feel loved. That's not his love language. It's not even in the top 2 or 3. It's at the bottom, acts of service. So I have to speak his language. So sharing love and receiving love can be different languages as well. So I have to make sure that I speak his language as well as he speaks my language. And just because it's my predominant way of receiving love, it doesn't mean that's going to work for him. He might not care if I wipe the table down. That doesn't mean I showed him love today, that kind of thing. So there is a difference between showing love and receiving love. Is the 5 love languages only for couples? No, the 5 love languages are not only for couples. If you do visit their website, you will see that they have it for individuals that are single and ready to mingle. They've got it for married couples. They've got it for children. They've got it for a plethora of things, and you never know. And you might even use it for like your work husband. Say you've got a work husband or a work wife. What are their ways of feeling loved? You help them get the paper done before the deadline. Oh, wow, that's a really great coworker. Or, you know what, you brought them lunch today that you've got left over, something like that. Love languages can be used in any type of situation. You just gotta learn what the other person's love language is so that you can speak that love language. What do I do if my partner does not speak my love language? Speaking your love language is very important. We all know that communication is important, so definitely want to speak your love language so that if he's not speaking your love language or you're not speaking your partner's love language, that is a time for you guys to come together and communicate, hey, this is what I need in order to feel loved. Can you try doing this? You know, I don't want you to pressure you into that, but maybe you could do this for me to make me feel loved. And hopefully that individual will be reciprocal to the fact that you're saying, hey, this is what I need. Hello, hello, hello. This is what I need to feel loved. And if that individual is not willing to change to make you feel loved, is that really something that you're willing to sacrifice, you know, for a lifetime or the duration of the relationship that you expect to be in? If you guys are just having fun and being in a fling, there's no need to speak each other's love language. But if you see yourself being serious and going with this, you know, that's important for you to speak your love language. So, you know, if your love language is, take for example, I keep going back to acts of service because that's mine, so I'm just thinking off the top of my head, but I had a girlfriend that her love language is also acts of service, and her husband would not help around the house. He was very lazy, and I'm like, no, girl. But they had the discussion, and she said, like, look, can you help out a little bit around the house a little bit more? And he started to do so a little bit, but he kind of, you know, backslides, but we're all human. But if your partner's not willing to speak your love language or try, is that the partner for you? That's something that you're going to have to, you know, search deep down in your soul and determine whether or not they're for you. But anybody that's going to be in a relationship with you, they should want to make and see you happy and to speak your love language. But girl, I ain't telling you what to do. Go. You got to go. But I can't tell you what to do, okay? If you get through the 5 love languages and you really are liking this and it's really helping your relationship, there's also a section on their website that talks about your apology language. That's a big one. And how you guys fight and apologize, or how you receive apologies. We're not going to go into that today, but that's a really good one as well. Some people just like to be able to be told, I'm sorry. Some people like to be shown, this is what I'm going to do. We're not going to get into that today. There are different apology languages as well. So you want to learn your partner's apology language, your apology language. You guys do have conflicts, which will be inevitable. You guys can know how to apologize and move forward, not just sweep everything under the rug. So that is also something that you can find on their website as well. I'm going to go ahead and wrap up episode 1 today because this is getting pretty long. But let me know in the comments below. Have you guys read or heard about the 5 love languages? And if you haven't, go take the test and write down in the comments. Let me know, what is your love language? I'm really interested to see what most people's love language is. On the website, they do say what most people receive love is, but I'm interested to know in how you receive love. So comment down below what you think about the 5 love languages, and let me know what your love language is. Is your partner speaking it? Comment down below some ideas that you would like for me to talk about in wife school. So I hope that this episode has been successful and you've enjoyed it. If so, please give it a thumbs up. If you like the content that I provide on this channel, or you're just like me, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notified anytime that I upload a new video. You don't want to miss episode 2 of Wife School. So I thank you guys for watching, and I want to let you guys know that I do love you. Bye.